Hello everybody, this is Crystal Guardian here to do another tarot reading for the collective. We're going to call on our guides, guardian spirit, ancestors. Please give us your divine guidance and wisdom in this reading today. Any negative energies being sent our way, please return them back to the sender. We ask this in the name of the Most High. Thank you. Okay, we have abundance coming out, an inflow of money, love, or rewards. Okay, we have denial. We have self-awareness, tapping into your higher self, questioning routines and patterns. We have awakening. We have communicate. We had creativity fall out on the floor. We have deception. We have resolving issues, solving inner conflict with others, healing past traumas. We have dedication coming out. And let's just get one more. A new opportunity. Insights gained from a new experience, job, or partner. Okay, so from what it looks like we're having here, this looks like overall a pretty good reading. It looks like a lot of good things are coming in for you. We have abundance, awakening, creativity, resolving issues, a new opportunity, self-awareness, dedication. But we have somebody else in the energy here, somebody who's deceptive. It says false illusions, scarcity mentality, falling into bad habits, and denial, failure to accept a situation, unhealthy cycles, or addiction. So I feel like you're moving on. You're beginning to awaken. You're focused on your creativity. You're dedicated to some new endeavor, some new opportunity here that you either started already or you're going to be starting in the near future. It looks like you're resolving and healing here with resolving issues. It says resolving inner conflict with others, healing past trauma. So I feel like you're now on a healing journey after dealing with whoever this liar is here, with this false illusion, scarcity mentality, falling into bad habits. I feel like they're still trying to be in your energy. They're in denial that this cycle between the two of you has closed. But it looks like good things are coming in for you. So I'm going to be using the Cats Rule the Earth tarot deck to just get more clarity on this. So let's see what's going on. Abundance, inflow of money. So we have the Fool and the Moon here. So it looks like you are taking a leap of faith towards something new here. Whatever you're moving towards, whatever this new endeavor, this new opportunity is, you are going to receive an inflow of money, love, or rewards from it after taking this leap of faith. I feel like whoever this past person is, they're in denial that you're letting go of the situation here. Whoever they are, they were trying to cast a lot of illusions your way with the Moon card here. I feel like they were holding you back, blocking your abundance. Now I feel like that you've stepped out of the cycle with whoever this is. You're now able to freely move, communicate. Communicate. I don't know why I said communicate. Create, because we have communicate right here. I feel like they want to come in and communicate with you. But I feel like now you're free to express yourself, to dedicate yourself to things that you want to do in your life. This person isn't holding you back anymore. They're now seeing you as a missed opportunity here with the Four of Cups. With the Knight of Pentacles being here, I feel like you're moving towards whatever this new opportunity is. You might be moving towards it slowly here with the Knight of Pentacles, but you're building basically stability. You're trying to figure out what the best way is to go about. It could be starting a new business, a new job, going back to school, something like that. I feel like this is like slow and steady wins the race kind of energy. You're not trying to rush in. We have the Death card here. So like I said, whatever the situation is with this person who's in denial, I feel like you put it to death. They don't want to accept that. You're now in your Queen of Cups energy. You're emotionally balanced. You're moving towards new things, new opportunities. It could even be a new love life with the Queen of Cups being here. New relationships. Okay, let's see what denial is out here. Okay, so let's see what we got. Yeah, you're moving on. Whoever this was here that's in this denial to accept this ending, they were in the Seven of Wands energy, or I want to say Seven of Swords energy. Like this was somebody who was deceptive, sneaky. You now have your guard up against this person with the Seven of Wands here. You're moving towards your victory and success here with the Six of Wands. This is one of the best cards in the deck that you can get. This is all about public recognition, a public victory. And then after jumping on this Chariot and leaving this Two of Cups situation behind, whoever this person was that lied to you, this was a romantic partnership here with the Two of Cups. But like I said, you moved on from it. You now have your guards up against this person. You are moving towards victory and success, but this person is in denial about this cycle being closed. I feel like you going through whatever you went through with this liar has made you gain self-awareness, has taught you a lesson, if nothing else, in this situation. You learn now to tap into your higher self. It says questioning routines and patterns. So I feel like whatever this person did, however they lied to you, however they deceived you, you now are more aware of red flags in the future when it comes to new people. You now know how to establish boundaries more. You're now listening and following your intuition more. Okay, so why is self-awareness out here? Let's see. Yeah, I feel like after you went through whatever this was, you had to go into this Four of Swords where you had to withdraw, take a step back to look at the situation, go within, work on your like shadow work, your inner self, to determine like what your part was in these issues in this relationship. And then here with the resolving issues, solving inner conflict, healing from past trauma. So I do feel like you went into this Four of Swords energy where you kind of withdrew and looked within, did some self-reflection here to heal whatever the trauma was that was caused by whoever this liar was. Now with the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups being here, I'm almost feeling like, I mean, like I said, this could be a job. This could be like you going back to school, starting your own business, something like that. But with the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups, I'm almost feeling like you have a new relationship that's coming in. You're going to have like a new love offer coming in here with the Knight of Cups. And with the Knight of Wands, whatever this new relationship is, it's going to be a passionate new beginning. And I feel like now you're more aware of the red flags. You know what you want. You know what you don't want. You know what you're willing to tolerate and no longer tolerate. You've gone within. You've gained self-awareness. You've had an awakening here. It says a realization, shift, or discovery. You have raised your expectations and your self-esteem. You're no longer willing to tolerate being deceived, being lied to in a relationship or a situation. Why is King of Awakening out here? We have the King of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, and Page of Pentacles. So with the King of Swords being here, I feel like you didn't really want to step away from this past person, but you had to make a head over heart decision here. You knew that this wasn't serving your highest interest. You weren't going to get anywhere with this. Like I said earlier, I feel like you're taking a leap of faith in a new direction now after putting this situation to death. I feel like this person created a lot of blockages in your life, fed you a lot of lies, fed you a lot of illusions. They most likely promised you this Ten of Pentacles here, that you were going to have basically like generational wealth, a stable family foundation, build a legacy, a family with this person. And now you realize that you have to look elsewhere to build this Ten of Pentacles. It's not going to be with this person, so that's why you had to create these boundaries, cut people out with the King of Swords. Now I feel like you're here in this Page of Pentacles energy, so you are moving towards new opportunities, new beginnings. So right now you're in this Page of Pentacles, you're just starting out, but I do feel like this Page of Pentacles, this one pentacle here, is eventually gonna lead you, if you just keep following your intuition, to this Ten of Pentacles happily ever after. Like I said, I feel like you've gone in, you've done the healing work, you're now listening to your intuition, you've raised your expectations, you've raised your awareness, your self-esteem. You're not willing to tolerate anymore what you tolerated in the past from past people. And by you being able to do that, you're going to be able to basically watch in future people that you encounter, like what are the red flags. You're going to be able to recognize them. You won't be duped as easily to fall for people's bullshit when they come in trying to sell you on a dream. Okay, so under dedication, it says stay dedicated to your goals, efforts that will reap success. So we have the Ace of Cups here. So this is about a new relationship. So you do have some kind of new romance coming in. Let's see what we have here with everything else. Okay. So I feel like you went in with the Eight of Pentacles. You did do the work on yourself. We saw the Four of Swords here. Like I said, I feel like you did go in. You did the inner work. You've gained self-awareness. You've awakened. You're working on yourself, improving your life. With the Knight of Swords being here, I feel like you are now looking, you've had a shift in your perspective, basically. You're now looking forward to what the future is going to be bringing into you. Just don't, like I said, with the Knight of Swords has a tendency to rush into things without, it can be about a shift in perspective, but it can also be about rushing into things without, like, looking before you leap. Kind of be mindful of this. Don't rush into a situation or a relationship without sussing it out first. We have the King of Pentacles here, the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like with the Hangman here, you had to sit back and reflect, gain a new perspective after dealing with somebody who was in Seven of Swords energy. And if you remember before, when Seven of Wands came out, I did want to say Seven of Swords. And I feel like this is the past person's energy. This is somebody who is very deceptive. I call this like my sneak thief card. Like this is somebody who's sneaky, a thief, a liar, a con artist. So I feel like this was your past person's energy. I feel like you had to move back, take a step back, go in Hangman, gain some perspective on the situation, really reflect. With the Nine of Pentacles here, I feel like this is your energy now. You're now independent, focused on yourself. You've gone in with the Eight of Pentacles here, put in the hard work on yourself, on improving your situation, on improving your life, on raising your expectations, raising your self-esteem. Now you're in this Nine of Pentacles energy. This is somebody who is independent, focused on themselves, following their intuition, just really worrying about getting it for yourself, your own bag. But I feel like you being in this Nine of Pentacles energy is what's going to bring this King of Pentacles in. You're going to meet somebody who is, whether it's a man or a woman, whether you're a man or a woman, this is somebody who is stable, they're mature, they're generous, they're willing to provide in a relationship. They're a giver, they're not just a taker. I feel like your past person was probably a taker. And like I said, just with the Knight of Swords being here, just be aware. Don't look before you leap. Don't just rush in head first into another relationship, because that could get you stuck with somebody else who is in this Seven of Swords energy. Okay, communicate. Why is communicate out here? It says receive and express the truth. So I feel like with this past person, they never really gave you the truth. They left you stuck in your head a lot. They left a lot of things to mystery. They would keep quiet about a lot of stuff, or tell half truths, or you would catch them in lies and things like that. They were not somebody who was easy to communicate with. And I feel like that lack of communication, honest communication, because I feel with the deception here, this person, like I said, told a lot of half-truths, covered a lot of shit up. They were not a good communicator. I feel like their lack of honest communication with the past person left you in this Five of Cups energy, where you were in a state of grief and regret. I feel like you had to put your sword up to this person with the Queen of Swords here. Like I said, we saw the King of Swords earlier. I feel like you had to establish boundaries with this person. Not be afraid to cut this person out of your life for all the deceit and hardships that they caused you. You had to start following your intuition here with the High Priestess. And the biggest thing I could tell anyone, everyone has intuition. Follow your gut. Like, I've even seen, I saw an interview with an FBI profiler, and even he was saying it, and he was not like a spiritual woo-woo kind of person. He was even telling the woman that was interviewing him, like, always follow your intuition, because now I think the intuition is really your higher self. He was saying your intuition, whether, I don't remember if he said it was your subconscious or not, but basically it's parts of your mind that are picking up subtle clues. He was referring to it in like crime situations where women were like, he was talking about, I think it was a woman getting attacked in like a parking garage or something, but it was like things that your active brain weren't picking up on. This woman's, whether it was her subconscious or higher self, something was telling her like something wasn't right. Like, she noticed after she was attacked that like the light was out above her car in the parking garage. Just whoever her attacker was broke the light. And it was something like she subconsciously picked up on, but she wasn't like actively paying attention to it. But she knew, she felt before she was attacked that something was going to happen. She just had that gut feeling. So this is what I say, like, always when a situation comes down, always follow your gut instinct, because even myself, the only time that I've like gone back and looked at things after the fact and had regrets, my gut was usually telling me, like, don't do this or do this. I didn't listen to my instincts, and I always regretted it afterwards. So, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, basically, whether it's your subconscious, your higher self, there's a part of you that is picking up on subtle clues, behaviors, emotions, different things like that, things in your environment that you might not actively be looking at and paying attention to, but whether it's your soul, your higher self, your subconscious, whatever it is, it's picking up those clues. And that part of your brain or your soul is sending a message to your body. So really, just if something doesn't feel right, trust your gut and question it. Don't just push your feelings, your intuition down and ignore it and say, oh, no, and brush it off. Because 9 times out of 10, it's correct. So that is why I say, like, always just follow your gut instinct. So we have creativity here. Have fun. Express yourself in new ways. Whoop. So like I said, I feel like now this person, whoever they were, this deceptive person that's in denial that this is over, I feel like they held you back from expressing yourself. They could have been very controlling. I feel like now that you've closed this cycle, you're free to move on, have fun, enjoy your life, express yourself in new ways. There's too many cards here. I'm just going to take the top. So, after going through this tower situation, now you're beginning to find your strength again, find your joy. With the Page of Swords being here, like I said, I do feel, because this person, whoever they are, is in denial, that they're watching you. But they're seeing that you are making long-term investments in yourself here. They're seeing that you've gained your strength, that you're now making long-term investments in yourself, that you're now ready to put yourself out there and have fun in new ways again. Why is deception out here? Okay. So, whoever this person was, this past person, you now have them in a Two of Swords, a stalemate situation, with the Three of Cups being here, followed by the Page of Wands. I'm going to say that this person possibly put you in third-party situations. If it wasn't a romantic situation, it could have been just not prioritizing you, prioritizing others over you, other people, other situations. Could have been friends, family, could have been a third-party lover. This was somebody who was very immature with the Page of Wands here. And like I said, it could be a third-party lover, because Page of Wands is kind of like fuck boy, fuck girl kind of energy, led around by their wand, just always out chasing what they think is better, like grass is greener on the other side syndrome. They thought that their ships were going to come in with the Three of Wands here by deceiving you. Why is resolving issues out here? Solving inner conflict with others, healing past trauma. So we have the Ten of Cups coming out. And we have the Ace of Swords. So I feel like you healing from this past trauma, from having to be in this past relationship with whoever this was. Going in, resolving these issues from dealing with this person. You had to go into Hermit here to resolve these issues, to self-reflect, to awaken. Now I feel like you're in this Nine of Cups energy. This is about wish fulfillment, but I feel like you're working on fulfilling it for yourself. But you do, this was the first card to come out, have a 10 of Cups situation on the horizon. And this is the truth with the Ace of Swords coming out. And this person is not going to lie to you. Ace of Swords is about new opportunities, but it's also about gaining a new perspective. And this is somebody who, if you begin a relationship with this person, this relationship, this person's going to be honest. They're not going to be a liar. They're not going to cheat. They're not going to deceive you. I feel like you did go in Hermit. We saw Hermit, we saw Hangman, we saw Four of Swords. So I feel like you've done a lot of healing from this past trauma and a lot of self-reflecting. And that is the reason that you're going to have this new opportunity coming in. So let's see, what about new opportunity? Okay. So we have the 10 of Wands. So I feel like in the past, with the 6 of Cups to the 10 of Wands, 6 of Cups is about the past. Whoever you were with in the past had you in a lot of burdens with this 10 of Wands here. I feel like the new opportunity that's coming in is going to be this King of Cups. You could even have options because we did see the King of Pentacles also come out, but we saw you here. Now this could be multiple aspects of the same person, but we also saw right here with the abundance coming out. This was like the first card to come out was the Queen of Cups under abundance. And then the last card to come out under a new opportunity is the King of Cups. So I feel like whoever you're going to meet, and I feel like we just had this in another recent reading, that you are in this Queen of Cups energy, whether you're a man or a woman, and your divine counterpart is coming in, the King of Cups. And I feel like these were the same two cards that came out in that reading as well. So this is going to be a very loving, equally giving, compassionate, caring relationship where whoever you meet is going to give you the same love and compassion and care that you give. You're going to finally receive it because I feel like there was no equal give and take with whoever the past person was. And I feel like now you're going to receive that. So that's the reading. If you liked it and it resonated with you, drop a like, comment, or subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.